What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Thursday. It is the 1st of August. We're very excited. Fantasy football drafts are happening already. They will be happening for the next month, and we're very excited about that. If you want to check out that content, we will have fantasy football content on this channel. But today is not the best slate. 5 games on this slate here. Starts at 5:40 Central. 3 of the 5 games have weather concerns. We're still going to break it down. We're still going to look at everything. So if you've never been here before, welcome. Hopefully you're in for a treat. And you have ways to win every single day. So we have 2 giveaways every video. Ways to win. Like this video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment on the video. If this video gets at least 50 likes and you've left a comment, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus, which includes this current sports going on. So golf started at 2 a.m. Thursday morning, so probably too late for that. But we have MLB, we have MMA this weekend. NASCAR will be back next weekend. So check that out. If this video gets at least 100 likes, you have a chance at a free month, which is a $30 value. 150 likes, a free $200 year. 200 or more likes on this video or any other video we do, you have a chance to win a $500 lifetime pass. The second way to win, somewhere in this video there will be a keyword that I'll say out loud. And all you got to do is type that in. So you can technically win twice a day. We've never had the same person win both times, but we will have a chance now. So let's check it out. Yesterday's video got over 50 likes. And we're good to go there. So let's roll this here to see who the 2 winners are from Wednesday's video. The first winner is DuBois Sully 20. Congratulations. I know you have an account on the website, so just email me with the subject 8-1 winner, and let me know your username just to remember, and we'll get you set up for that free week of FTA Plus. Now, this is what I'm telling you. You guys can come back every single day because Sully has won multiple times. People have won multiple times. He has a chance right now. If I re-roll this, he has a chance to win the second one because he did have the keyword yesterday, which was money. So we'll re-roll it and we will see who the winner is. Ricky DeVille 6502 HLM. I'm not sure what that means. I'm having a brain fart. I'm not sure what that means. Does not have the keyword in there, but thank you for the support. HLM. I'm not sure. T Peak 8. Don't know if you have an account on the website, but email me dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp1@gmail.com. with a username and email you would like on the website. And in the subject line, just put keyword winner for 8-1, and we will get you set up. If you already have an account on the site, let me know that as well. So congratulations to both of you. We will move on. We will look at these 5 games. Not the best. I'm not going to lie. I do not enjoy this slate, especially with the weather being a concern, but we are definitely going to look at the games here. So just looking at both of these. It is projected to be Trevor Rogers, who just got traded over from Miami. Miami, which I saw, they traded 9 players away yesterday, and their payroll now is down to $14.7 million, which is wild. Which is a wild number to have, like a full roster, which is crazy. But you do look at this. You got Trevor Rogers, who honestly really wasn't. He has not had not been very good this year. 4.53 ERA, 2-9 record, 85 strikeouts. Okay, we've got that there. Splits-wise, he's already faced Cleveland once this year. 1 earned run in 5 innings. 15.1 fantasy points is okay. But again, that's not going to move the needle here. And you can see these numbers are very low. They're very low, and it's not ideal. You're not going to be able to see all of the matchups here because for whatever reason, when DraftKings puts it on here, when the player gets traded, their former team is put there, even though that was not obviously their opponent that they faced. So, I mean, the way Cleveland's hitting, they had the day off as well. I'm probably looking at Cleveland bats here for sure. and just that's where I would go in this situation. Maybe you think Trevor Rogers is going to have a accelerating, like he's going to see the light. Now, hopefully it is him. It should. Everything lines up for it to be him because it's his time in the rotation if he were in Miami. So this could change. But regardless, if this does change, I'm still looking at Cleveland bats here. I'm still looking at Jose Ramirez. A couple of home runs, past couple of games. Josh Naylor had a couple of days off. I don't really know if he was sick or disciplined or whatever. Came back on Tuesday and hit a home run. Then they did not play on Wednesday for whatever reason. I would look at those two. I'm looking at Stephen Kwan, still batting .332 on the year. Definitely getting him in there. And then if we're looking, maybe David Fry, who's batting .286. You could look at Andres Jimenez, batting .249. Lane Thomas, who just came over here, batting .253 with 8 bombs. I would not be surprised or fault you for using him as well. Because, again, there's 5 games. You got to get a little creative. But I'm off Trevor Rogers. But then that brings us to, do we think Ben Lively's going to do anything against an Orioles team that, well, they're frankly good. He's never faced them before. 3.44 ERA. Looking at his numbers, splits-wise, he's had 7 games at home with a 2.66 ERA. Tournaments, okay. Ben Lively's okay. And I think pretty much every pitcher's okay, especially today, especially if we get some rainouts here. But he's had good numbers here. But again, he's got to go up against a very good and formidable foe in Baltimore. Baltimore bats had half success against right-handed pitching. Gunnar Henderson batting .302 with 22 bombs. Ryan O'Hearn batting .275 with 12 bombs. Jordan Westburg .280 batting average with 13 bombs. You got Santander batting .252 with 23 home runs. Cedric Mullins .253 batting average with 11 bombs here as well. I'm probably fading Ben Lively and looking at Baltimore as a stack, but if you want to get creative, you want to go under-owned here, Ben Lively is where I'd go. But my problem is Baltimore against right-handed pitching, their OPS is wild. It is. They've only got, Christian Pache, who's just came over, 382 OPS. Kerstad, 773. Jackson Holiday, 283. And that's the lowest. Then you've got like Santander with 854 OPS. You've got Gunnar Henderson, 969 OPS. Westburg, 833. Ryan O'Hearn, 822. They feast on right-handed pitching. That spells disaster for me. I'm probably fading Ben Lively. I'm probably going Baltimore bats here. I'm probably fading both of the pitchers in this one and going bats. I give the advantage, obviously, to Baltimore bats, but Cleveland bats are there as well. Rain is a concern there, so definitely pay attention. Next game is Kansas City at Detroit. It appears that it will be Seth Lugo versus Kaider Montero. Lugo coming in. He's already faced Detroit once this year. 7 innings pitched in that game. Got the dub, 34.8 fantasy points. That happened, was that at home? That was at Detroit. They won 8-0. Splits-wise, we look at these numbers. On the road, he's going back to Detroit where it happened. 2.51 ERA on the road. Seth Lugo is there at 9,400, 2.66 ERA, 124 strikeouts. He's got the strikeouts there. In that game, he struck out, what was it? 9 batters in that game. Wouldn't be surprised if he does something along the lines. I'm not going to say 9 again, but I do like Seth Lugo, and I do like the Kansas City bats. You got Kaider Montero coming in. 6.38 ERA. So I will preface this video by saying we are just a couple of days since the trade deadline. Some players that got traded may start for some teams. We may still have some shakeups until pretty much tomorrow. So these pitchers are the ones currently, but again, we've seen, I made the video, that overnight or in the morning they've changed pitchers for whatever reason. So be wary of this, but again, anytime any of these change, we will update you and let you know, like with the projections, with the simulations on the website. If you have not checked it out, check it out. All of that prop bets, chalk, that will all be updated once we are for sure who the starting pitchers are, locked in and ready to go. So, Kaider Montero, 6.38 ERA, has not faced Kansas City this year, pitching at home, 6.84 ERA. I don't like that. I don't like that. I would rather go with pretty much Kansas City bats here for a small 5-game slate. Again, their weather concern going on, same weather system here. in Cleveland, Detroit, and Chicago. It went through my city the past couple of nights. So definitely could see something. But again, we've got time to wait for the weather to be a factor here. But if we are looking at batters that have success here, Paul DeJong, 238 batting average against right-handed pitching, but has 15 home runs on the year so far. They just traded for him. Bobby Witt Jr., when he's not hitting home runs, he's stealing bases. That gives you those fantasy points right there. Another one I would look at, Vinny Pasquantino, 9 home runs, batting .266 against righties. Another one that I really like, and I want to move forward with him until he proves me wrong, Michael Massey would be in my stack that I'm looking at. And again, Salvi Perez, 16 home runs, 60 RBIs with a 793 OPS against right-handed pitching. Now, if you think Seth Lugo's not going to have success and you want to take Detroit bats against him, Javi Baez is 3 for 10 with a home run, but that's a very shaky person to put in your lineup at any given time. Zach McKinstry is 2 for 4 with a home run. So there's a little bit of history, but not a ton. And then if you break down Detroit bats against right-handed pitching, you've got, like I said, Javi Baez batting 180, McKinstry's batting 180. So they're both batting 180 against righties. They have had success against Lugo in the past, but I don't trust them enough. But we do dig in a little bit. Gio Urshela, 263 batting average with 4 home runs. Okay, we'll look at that. Colt Keith, only batting 253, but what's wild is 253 is above the league average, and he has 10 home runs there. You could look at him. Justin Henry Malloy, 6 home runs, but only 176 batting average against righties. Winfield Perez is one I'd look at. 245 batting average, 7 home runs, 24 RBIs, 695 OPS there. Those would kind of be the ones that I'd look at. I don't love Detroit here. I think I'd rather have Seth Lugo, and I'd rather have Kansas City bats over Detroit and Kiter Montero today. So we move to the next game, Miami at Atlanta. So Miami, it should be Max Meyer. He came in, 3 ERA, splits-wise. He's already faced Atlanta once this year, got the W in that one, 6 innings, 6 hits allowed with 7 strikeouts. So that's okay. So that was 2 starts ago, but that was in April, so there is a difference. He did come back against Milwaukee, only lasted 4 innings, had 85 pitches in those 4 innings, only 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. That scares me a little bit. But if we look at what Atlanta does as a team striking out-wise, strikeouts on the year, Atlanta strikes out 6th the most, 9.06 times per game. And then hitting at home, for whatever reason, they strike out 9.08. So they do strike out at home. He's got strikeout stuff. He has had success against them. In tournaments, I'm okay with that. But again, he did not look very good against Milwaukee. And Atlanta is a better team than Milwaukee. That's just the truth. So if we look at these bats here, and you want to take a look. So this is Outlier. So Outlier.bet is the sponsor for the videos. Moving forward, they are going to be our sponsor. I cannot wait for NFL. They bring you a ton of insights, which I'm going to. So they bring it. So if you just look at like insights from like Thursday, so these just roll in every so often. What we're going to do is they have a bot that I'm going to integrate into our Discord channel. So the Discord will be down below. So you guys will be able to see these insights as well. But we are running a promo right now. In the description down below is the link to sign up to Outlier.bet. If you sign up using our link, you get the 30-day package. You get the monthly package for $30, $1 a day. You're going to get a 7-day free trial. Once that 7-day free trial is up, and at that next day, if you have not canceled and you actually purchased the $30 package, okay, we are going to give you a free month of FTA Plus. So it's a free month after you've already gone through the 7 free days. So if you sign up today, that does not count. You got to go through the free trial and sign up for a monthly pass. On top of that, they do have a pro package. The pro package is $130 a month. But if you sign up, that you get the EV Plus, you get the boost, you get the arbitrage, you get a little bit more than you do with the regular one. If you guys sign up with that and you go through the 7-day free trial, and after that 7-day free trial, you purchase that monthly package, send me a screenshot that you signed up using our link, and we will set you up with 3 free months of FTA Plus. So it's $130 for that, and we're going to give you $90 value from the 3 months that you've signed up. So any questions, comments, concerns about Outlier, let us know down below, or hit us up on our Discord as well. But what I like is it's basically like 5 websites combined. It shows all the popular bets from each and every website. So these are, you can check out the bets from there. And we've had videos on this, so I might make a video on this later today, just to kind of see, since the games start later today, might have a little bit of time. But you can see like FanDuel training parlays of what they are going up against, which we really like. The trending parlays are pretty awesome. Then you got boosts, so all the websites that have boosts, like Houston Astros and San Diego Padres and Colorado Rockies and San Francisco Giants to win, whether or not you believe in that, plus 825 on ESPN Bet. And it pulls just different ones like Bet365 and stuff like that. It'll pull all of those there. And again, this is a pro feature, so definitely make sure you check that out. But games-wise, this is where we kind of break it down just a little bit, and we take a look at just kind of take a look at Miami, Atlanta, whether or not you know, who you want to take, who you should take, or what we're looking at here. I do not mind, that is how you break it down. But the bats that I would definitely be looking at moving into this game would just possibly be if you think Max Meyer is going to have a good game, okay, I get that. He's got great stuff. He's had success against them. But again, that was 3.5 months ago. If you think Atlanta's going to hit, that's where the batters I would look at. I would definitely be looking at Marcell Ozuna, Austin Riley, and Matt Olson. Now, Matt Olson is more of a tournament pick, but again, you got to get a little creative today because there's only 5 games as long as weather holds up. But he's been kind of heating up lately. A couple of other bats I would look at if I'm stacking here. Jared Kelenic is one that I would definitely look at. And then either d'Arnaud or Sean Murphy, depending on which one is in there. If they're both in there, I kind of like d'Arnaud just a little bit more. Now, on the flip side of that, for Atlanta, Charlie Morton, Chuck, Father Charlie, Daddy, whatever you want to call him. He has faced Miami once this year. Now, again, these numbers are going to be skewed because that was 6 earned runs that he gave up. Half of that team is absolutely gone from this game. Like I said, they traded away 9 players. The players that I would be looking at against him, depending, would be Jesus Sanchez, Jake Berger are my top 2 because there's not a ton. Xavier Edwards is another one. Those are 3. Then you've got either Otto Lopez you could look at, or you could, if he is in there, Kyle Stowers. I don't know, or Stowers. I don't know if he's going to be in there or not, but that would be where I would look at if you do not trust Charlie Morton and you think he's going to get lit up again. But again, be cautious because that game he got lit up on, those players probably aren't even on this team anymore, which is wild to think about. Some are, but the majority are not. So that is definitely one we would look at. I do give the advantage to Atlanta bats, but again, a possibility of only 3 games if there are weather concerns. Definitely got to get creative with this lineup here. Then we got the Cardinals at the Cubs, which we do have weather concern here. You got Sonny Gray versus Shota Amanaga. Sonny Gray, 3.79 ERA. Splits-wise, he's already faced the Cubs twice this year. 1-1 record, 10 hits allowed, only 3 earned runs, 14 strikeouts total. So if you look at the game logs, one here, he went 7 innings, 9 hits allowed, 3 earned runs there. Okay, so that's the game where he gave up the 3 earned runs. But then he faced the Cubs back here, 5 innings, no earned runs, 8 strikeouts. Again, he's lowered. Well, his price past couple of games have been lowered. The Cubs bats just they're not doing well overall. But if you want to look at the bats, you're scared to use the pitching. I get that. We can look at that here. On the flip side of that, Amanaga's already faced St. Louis once this year. These are the 2 highest priced pitchers on the slate. He went 7 innings, got the dub. Only 1 earned run with 6 Ks in that game. That was back on... Did I miss it? 6/15. That was at home, and it's back at home again, but weather is a concern. That's my problem. Depending on what the weather is looking like, and you can see the ballpark factors. Yeah, so if we're looking at the ballpark factors, as of now these can change. Progressive Field, Baltimore and Cleveland, the wind is blowing out, 37% chance of home runs. Wrigley Field, the wind is blowing out, 35% chance of home runs. Angel Stadium, 11% chance of home runs with the wind blowing out. And then Comerica Park, Kansas City, Detroit, the wind is blowing in. And then Truist Park, Miami, Atlanta, the wind is blowing out to left. They do have a little bit of 4% boost. Now, this can and will change. I will put screenshots up in the Discord once we get this all completed in the future. So we look at this. If Amanaga's he's been really good. He's had a couple of bad starts, but he has been good this year. Against lefties, if we were to say Amanaga's going to have a bad game, or let's say he starts the game, the weather delays the game, then he's out, now it's bullpen, maybe it's another lefty, we'll never know until that happens. But the Cardinals batters that have success against lefties, Wilson Contreras batting over 300. Matt Carpenter only 15 at-bats, probably not going to be in here, batting 333. Paul Goldschmidt batting 280 with 2 bombs. I don't mind him. Tommy Pham, we usually like to take Tommy Pham against lefties. 269 batting average with 3 home runs in that situation there. Now, Cubs bats against Sonny Gray. Ian Happ batting 438 with 1 home run. Still not bad. That's 16 plate appearances, so not a lot. But then if you look at just this lineup is gross. But if you think he's not going to have a good game, you want to go with the Cubs bats. Suzuki batting 275 with 12 bombs. Ian Happ with 12 bombs. Michael Busch 12 bombs. Isaac Paredes 12 bombs. Maybe bombs away 12 is the number. Maybe that's where we change it here. But again, play this out. Watch the weather. We'll kind of wait to see what the weather's going to do, and we'll move on from there. So as of now, I like both pitchers. But again, if weather is a concern, we will shift it to the bats that we just mentioned. Now, before we get to the last game, we will not have pitches be crazy today because there's not a lot of great options here today. And as of right now, I ran the simulations. The early simulations, we have no 10 out of 10 matchup ratings. So once the simulations run a little bit more, then we'll go ahead and those will be on the website. So as of now, we will not have pitches be crazy or the 10 out of 10 matchup rating, but we will have the keyword of the day, which is Werthers. Werthers. I don't know if you've ever had this one, but this one's caramel coffee. These are amazing. These are $1 at Dollar General, and they're amazing. And maybe a little bit ASMR. You guys like your ASMR with your DFS content? I'm just kidding. So Werthers is the keyword of the day. Let's get into the very last game. Colorado at the Angels. We've got Ryan Feltner versus Carson Fulmer. Now, Feltner down here at the bottom, 4.99 ERA. Splits-wise, he's not faced the Angels this year. On the road, he's actually it makes sense. He's better. Still a 4.16 ERA on the road. Game logs hasn't been too bad at his price. That's the thing. They have jumped his price up. At $6,000, I do not mind him. Again, you got to get creative tournament-wise. I'm okay with Feltner. Then you got Carson Fulmer, 3.77 ERA. Back-to-back games against Oakland, back-to-back 3 earned runs, back-to-back 3 strikeouts. But he has not done anything in those 2 games. Now he goes up against Colorado, who, on paper, they're not the best team. But again, we got to get creative on a 5-game slate. So Feltner for tournaments, I'm okay, I guess. Fulmer, I don't know if I trust him. Tournaments, okay. But if we just look at Colorado bats against righties, Elias Diaz, 280 batting average with 4 home runs. Ryan McMahon has 10 bombs. You've got Ezekiel Tovar batting over 300 with 11 bombs. Brenton Doyle has 14 bombs. Bombs away. Colorado, I don't mind those guys. I don't trust Carson Fulmer enough. I'm thinking, every time I say Carson Fulmer, in my mind, I'm like Carson Palmer, but not the same person. Angels against Feltner, 2 people have faced him. If we look at this, now, not much to do, but if we look at these batters against righties this year, Logan O'Hoppe batting 300 with 11 bombs. Willie Calhoun batting 265 with 4 bombs. Nolan Schanuel, 264 with 9 bombs. Taylor Ward, 204 batting average, 13 bombs. I don't know. I think all signs point to I kind of like Colorado bats, and I kind of like Ryan Feltner today, just because he is so cheap. So if you go Feltner at 6,000, let's say you think Sonny Gray is going to have a good game, you can go Sonny Gray, and then you can average 4,200. Or you bring it down, and you go Seth Lugo, and you can average 4,300, just depending on where you're going with that. So to be honest with you, that's the breakdown. Those are the games. Those are the pitchers. Those are the bats. The pitchers that I will have barely any exposure to, probably Montero, Rogers, Fulmer. Probably Ben Lively. I don't trust him enough. A lot of exposure. Lugo, Gray, Amanaga. Charlie Morton's in the middle there. And Max Mayer's in the middle there as well because he's had a good game against this team. It's been a while. And he did not really have a good game last time either. So that is the breakdown. That is a short breakdown. It's shorter than what you guys are used to, but maybe a little bit longer. If you want to see an abbreviated version in text form, the link is down below. If you want to help the channel out, subscribe to FTA Plus. Click on the ads on these videos. Click on the ads on the website. Definitely helps us out very much. Also, we've got merch down below. You can buy a sticker. Check that out. Anyone who buys any of the merch, you take a picture and you tag us on Twitter or X at advisors_team with the picture, with the hashtag bringing home the bacon. We're going to give you a free week of FTA Plus. If you buy multiple different items, we're going to give you a free month. Depending on how much you spend, we'll give you free a year or a lifetime pass as well. So definitely check out the merch. We're going to move it forward. We're going to get some football stuff in there as well. So that's what I've got in this video. Shorter video than usual. Come back tomorrow. It's a full slate on a Friday. Hopefully the weather's a little bit better too. And hopefully we can hear how you brought home the bacon with today's content, or if you've played PGA, how is your PGA lineups doing since it locked at 2 a.m. on Thursday morning. So that's what I've got in this video. Good luck today, and as always, bring home that bacon. Peace.